How we doing, guys? Moose here, back again. It's been a while, but we are back for episode 2 of my Pittsburgh Penguins Be a GM mode. Starting off game 1 against Anaheim at home. So pretty excited about that. And basically, we'll let Doc Emmerich introduce you into the game, and then I'll do my business and explain things.
Called the Great Steel City, their arena is made of plenty of that, and their team has proved just as strong. The city is Pittsburgh. The team is the Penguins. Good evening, everyone. Along with Eddie Olczyk, Mike Emmerich from Pittsburgh. The arena is not that old, but boy, do they ever have the banners in the rafters here.
Doc, so many great players that played for the Pittsburgh Penguins, both present and past. One of the great franchise in the entire National Hockey League.
We direct our attention to the nets and the starting goalies. Marc-Andre Fleury gets the call to the goal crease. Half his life ago, at age 15, he was playing major junior hockey for the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles, and he dreamed of making a save that would win his team a Stanley Cup. He did just that for Pittsburgh in a Game 7 10 years later. This man's the starting goaltender tonight. Some nights go better than others, but most of his nights are superb for the visitors. Another terrific night of hockey here. Crosby's the starting center for Pittsburgh. Getzlaf's ready to draw for the Ducks.
So basically what's going to go on here, like I said, for this episode it's going to have one game and it's going to be all highlights. It's going to be fantastic. I'll give you some commentary over the top of Malcolm with an early chance there, but it's going to be all highlights of this game with my commentary over top of it. Later in the season I'm going to try to do probably maybe a month per episode, I want to say, something like that, and then do a monthly recap kind of thing. This will be in tandem with, if you guys have never heard the website, dynastynation.operationsports.com, and it's actually switching over, I think, soon to dynastynationnetwork.com. But at this moment in time, that's where we're at right now. And feel free to check out. I'll have the link in the description as we do score our first goal of the Be a GM season. Fantastic goal. Crosby to Dupuis, bangs it home behind Freddie Anderson to give us an early 1-0 lead. 3 minutes to play in the opening frame. So fantastic goal. Crosby showing off the little bit of skills he has, as he does get a little bit of an inside-out deke there to get around the defender. Float it right across the crease, and simply Dupuis taps it in behind Anderson with a great finish to put in the back of the net, right off the post, and it's a beautiful goal for Dupuis. But that pretty much, we'll have highlights, like I said, for probably 1 or 2 games. Just some key goals, some nice goals that were scored, maybe goals of the month or something of that nature, or highlights of one big game that we did play that month. Then I'll give you the recaps of every game, and then we'll have, maybe player of the month, different things of that nature, but something to just give you almost what I'll call it is Pens TV feature to go along with a written article, there'll be a written article for this game. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click on the link in the description to go read that written article. If you're seeing this from Dynasty Nation, then obviously read the article. Feel free to watch the video. So that's it, the way we're going to do it here. Basically, that's how it's going to go from here on out. I just decided to do one game in this episode because it was the home opener, was the season opener, and just kind of get things underway here. But we get a huge fight. Dupre actually getting in a scuffle with Kyle Palmieri, and he does take him down, win our first fight of the season. You see, Downey actually was the one who started the scuffle in front of the net. It eventually escalated out to Dupre, where he was able to win a nice battle and get a good fight victory for us. But into the second period now, we have a terrible giveaway from our defender, Brandon Sutter. Our center actually picked up the puck in the corner. He floated it in front looking for a pass to his man. Throws it in front of his own net, which you should never do. Anaheim is able to pick the puck out, and Cogliano capitalized with a beautiful goal. Nothing Fleury could do. That's an absolute rocket of a shot from the slot. He actually has Mata, maybe jumps in with a screen there at the last second, but it's a perfect wrister from Cogliano. Low blocker, or glove side I should say, right in the back of the net. It's a really good goal from Anaheim. Terrible from us, obviously, to give up that goal, but that's something to do. I'm actually putting a pretty, adjusted sliders to make the game a bit more sloppy. Plays a lot like if you're watching an NHL game on TV. Plays very realistic to that. The passing, of course, is very good, and this is just an absolute disgrace. Anaheim gets a power play goal, and I was thinking to myself, oh, I can't believe I have to put this in here, but only matter with an own goal. really not the best. He's basically just hounded right in front of his own net. It bounces off of Fleury's leg and off of Mata and into the back of the net. And it's a terrible goal to give up, as we had taken the lead. We were dominant on Anaheim for the most part, and it's tough to be able to take, not take anything into the third period off of that. 2 goals in the second for Anaheim to come back and take a 2-1 lead. And you see the fans they do have at the Consol Energy Center are absolutely ecstatic. But tough break there, and we'll look to counter them in the third period and try to get back into the game, really, because we had dominant. Anderson's played very, very well, and it's a tough break that we're not able to score. But we are very late into the period here. Eriksson gets a really great chance here. He's played in on a breakaway. Great headman pass from Sidney Crosby, but Ehrhoff, I should say, is stopped by Freddie Anderson. We then get a chance here, a little bit lucky here. Fleury makes a couple nice saves. Kunitz then is hooked on the play, maybe a little bit bumped into, and we do get a power play with just 1:17 to play in the game, so that's fantastic. A huge turn of events. It looked like Anaheim was going to be able to hold on for the 2-1 victory, but Kunitz here just hooked on the play by Smith-Pelly, and we do get a power play of it. So if we can take advantage of this, would be absolutely huge. So you do get to see me work on a power play a little bit here. I like to set up an umbrella. I think it works really well with Letang on the point here. We win the faceoff back to Letang. Kunitz able to pick up the loose rebound. Malkin throws it to the front of the net with a shot saved by Anderson. It's cleared away only as far as Christopher Letang, who does have to retreat all the way back to his goal line to pick it up. Plays it forward to Sidney Crosby. Crosby then comes into the zone with speed, cuts in on the left, and hey, shoots and scores. We get the Mike Lang call in there as well, but what a goal from Sidney Crosby. He used Patrick Hornfist's little cut the other way. They did almost sort of an X maneuver where Hornqvist cuts to the front of the net to the right, Sid goes to the left, and used it as a screen to make some space for himself. And look how much room he had to get a shot off. And when he's in the slot from that position, he's not going to miss from there. Would have taken a heroic save by Anderson, an absolute highlight reel glove save, which he did go for. But Crosby puts it in the back of the net, and the beautiful goal is going to send us to overtime. What a finish. And in overtime, a chance here on the power play. Kunitz with the puck, plays out to Ehrhoff here with a shot, and it's saved by Anderson. That would be all she wrote for the overtime. No real chances. Both teams actually did have a power play in the overtime period, but no real quality scoring chances. We just floated the puck out the whole time. They did the same thing. We had 1 or 2 shots, and that was really it. Anderson stood tall, Fleury stood tall, and it let us go into a shootout here. Letang with an early chance, and he hits the post. What a chance he had, and he rings the iron behind Anderson. Anaheim then come back the other way. They have a shot, and Fleury stands tall. He's known for being fantastic in the shootout for us, and that's where we're going to need him to be. Crosby with the second chance for us here. He comes forward, little fake shot. Eventually tries to go 5 on Anderson, but he is saying no, absolutely not. Get out of my house. Great save by Anderson. Back the other way for Anaheim, and a missed shot there gives us second life. Malkin with a chance to win it here. From here on out, if Anaheim don't score, we score, it wins it. Malkin tries to tuck it in, and Anderson just gets a toe line. It's a great save there as he tried to tuck it behind him. Fleury then standing tall yet again. Another great save, this time on Danny Heatley to keep him out. Sutter, our 4th shooter, comes forward. Doesn't really have any idea what he decides to do. Goes high glove, and Anderson makes a simple save right into his glove. Doesn't really have to react, but Fleury with another good save to keep us with a chance to win it. Kunitz, our 5th shooter, coming forward, takes a wrister. Anderson gets a piece of it, and I think it hit the post actually behind him as well. Anaheim with another really good chance here in round 6, but Fleury just looks fantastic. And this is where you run into issues with not being able to set your shootout lineup past 5 skaters, because my 6th skater, he would have certainly not been my 6th choice, was Blake Como, and he is unable to score. Anaheim then scored with their 7th shooter. It's a really nice finish. And the shooter I have to go with is Craig Adams. He tries to get a little bit fancy, but he's unable to score, and Anaheim does win the game. We pick up a point, a huge point, thanks to Sidney Crosby, who does finish as the 1st star of the game, which you'll see the 3 stars in just a moment. But that's going to be it for the highlights of this episode, guys. Like I said, be sure to read the article that's going to go along with each episode, and be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and continue watching the videos with this dual dynasty that we do have going on here. So I hope you have enjoyed. Be sure to leave some feedback and let me know what you thought. We'll see you back for episode and article number 3, guys. Bye-bye.